can join us now outside the Gate Inn in Sutton Coldfield. The Gate Inn, of course, is a very haunted place. A very haunted place. And it's got a very interesting haunted lavatory. So let's go in and have a look, shall we? And you find us here in the toilet at the Gate Inn. And this is the second haunted toilet in Sutton Coldfield. It's often been noticed by people coming in here occasionally that they see a figure at the basins of a tall, elegantly dressed Edwardian man with a moustache. Some people have suggested the ghost looks rather like the composer Sir Edward Elgar. However, this ghost hasn't really been seen that often. I think the last time he was seen was possibly in 1999, at the turn of the century. However, more frequently, it's been reported that the ghost of Edward Elgar can be heard emanating from one of these cubicles, working on a new movement. Could this be the ghost of Edward Elgar? Could it be that his ghost is returning here, unhappy that Sutton Coldfield, which used to be part of Warwickshire, his home county, is now part of the West Midlands? No one knows. But don't forget, even Elvis Presley died on the toilet. This is quite amazing. We've got quite a scoop here, because at the very moment we're standing outside the Gate Inn, we ran into these two chaps, and gentlemen, I believe you have experience of haunting in this pub. Yes. Wow. Can you tell us a little bit?
Certain times in the night, yeah, like you can see people like not people, like foggy mist, like a presence, something gone past you.
Amazing.
But then when you rub your eyes, it's gone.
Wow, amazing. And has that happened to you often?
Not really. I don't think so.
And here we are, outside the ancient church, Holy Trinity in Sutton Coldfield. Built by the Bishop Vesey in the 1500s. But what we're looking for isn't here, above ground. It's actually much lower. So come with me and let's descend into the bowels. And here we are outside the entrance to the Sutton Coldfield catacombs. There's a very interesting story connected with this place, but I've really got to confess, it's quite dark, quite unpleasant down there. I've bought a torch with the power of 1,000 candles, so hopefully we'll get some light down there, but I've got to confess, I'm not really too happy about this. I mean, I am actually afraid of ghosts, so let's go down there and see what we can find. Follow me deep into the bowels. Sorry, madam, we're making a... Sorry, we've got quite a scoop here. We're doing a ghost walk documentary.
Oh, are you?
Yes, and we wondered, do you know anything about the history here, the ghosts?
I don't, but there used to be a lot of sort of no hope of drug addict types in here. Used to be sort of boarded up and then they got in. Yeah. All sorts of weirdos.
Really well. I think my cameraman Wilf will fit in quite well. That's amazing, amazing. Well, thank you very much, madam. Look, we are going to go down and have a look.
We'll be very careful.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I must say, even I'm frightened.
Yeah, I won't blame you because you can get in now.
I know. That's why we've got to go down. We've got to explore.
Good luck with it.
Thank you very much. Go down and see what we can find deep in the bowels. Ooh. I don't like it down here. I really don't. Ceilings are quite low. A lot of rubbish and detritus on the floor, but let's go in deeper and see what we can find. Now, the lady said that there were drug addicts and weirdos down here. Let's hope there are none today. But I wonder if we can find any signs of weirdness. And of course, there's a ghost. Here we are, these are the catacombs deep in Sutton Coldfield. And it's strange to note that all of the detritus, all of the rubbish only seems to be in this area. Even the weirdos, even the drug addicts, don't like going deep in here. And that's where we're going. I think this is far enough. I've got to confess, I really don't like it down here at all. This is... yes, that's probably some kind of air vent. Now, I should tell you something about the history of these vaults and the stories behind them. The vaults underneath the church on Trinity Hill were first constructed in 1705 when the Mayor of Sutton Coldfield, Andrew Mitchell, decreed that all poor people had to live underground so that rich people wouldn't have to look at them. During its heyday, there probably would have been about 400 people in all of these chambers. You can imagine how cramped and claustrophobic it would have been. And of course, it's amazing to think that these catacombs were in use right up until 1932. And all the poor people moved out in the 1930s when King's Standing was built. No one really comes down here apart from even the druggos, even the weirdos don't like coming down here. Why? Often it's been reported that people can hear a low moaning, a whinging sort of sound in a thick Birmingham accent. Could it be that some of the families who lived down here before they moved to King's Standing, well, even the families that moved to King's Standing wouldn't still be down here. I suppose they'd haunt King's Standing. But some of the older families from, say, the 18th and 19th century, could it be that their ghosts are still down here? No one knows. But let's look at that, yes. There's a traffic cone there. Maybe that could be from the 19th century, but somehow I don't think so. I think the lady talking about weirdos, she was quite right, because there's something very interesting here, which is a blood bath shower gel. Could this contain blood? Could this have been used in a pagan ritual? Could this be a bag of blood which came from a nearby Good Hope hospital not far away? Could it have been bought in a joke shop? No one knows. But I really am quite uncomfortable down here. So I don't know about you, but I think I'm going to beat a hasty retreat.